Aloha, mother fathers.
Was that you?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay. I didn't either. But yeah, you heard him. Whoever the fuck that was. Welcome in. Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. Of course, on all the different platforms. You know where they are because you're on them.
Did we get a new producer?
Yeah.
What was that?
I think that was Pete.
Pete, what happened to you?
This is what happens when you make me come in to produce a show when I'm sick.
I think we should just keep this. Can you just be sick all the time?
We have enough technology. Let's just roll tape of your voice.
Did you get your COVID booster?
Let's just roll tape, and then like every week, aloha, mother father.
Aloha, mother fathers.
This is the Side Hustle.
You sound like Vince before the steroid trial.
Boy, a lot of people are talking a little bit more nicely about Vince McMahon these days.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why. Actually, if you are speaking highly of him and you want to go back to those days, you're going to learn your lesson real quick about the downgrade of weekly television.
Yeah. You thought this is bad. Just wait.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
It gets worse. Hello, 50-50 booking.
Well, we did decide to go in the studio today because Pete suffered through it for us. And also, I enjoy not looking like a penis in an Asian porn film, so that's great. I was blurry as fuck, so we apologize for the quality last week. It looked great on my end. Obviously, he looked great. He has a camera set up. But I was like, if I moved an inch, it looked like I was about to have sex with a girl that, I don't belong to be in a room with. So, yeah, it was... Yeah. I thought about that joke in the car on the way here.
Yes, I know you did.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? That works. And then Pete didn't have a voice, so it was like, hat on a hat. It was great.
I feel bad. I feel like there's going to be like a roast session of me coming up soon because I have nothing wrong to this point. We'll see. This is episode 96, right?
Sure.
I think 96.
Yeah, fuck.
Episode 100 comes your way after Thanksgiving, a week after Thanksgiving. The first Thursday or Friday of December. We'll have episode 100. And then we got more announcements and stuff, too, since we, believe it or not, are in the holiday season. We're going to have, obviously special shows. Of course, too, now with the power of StreamYard, we don't have to, triple tape certain days
Yeah,
anymore.
I got to figure that shit out, though, because it did look really bad.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
And then I was delayed, too, and I was like, shit, all right.
Well, you said, did you tape on your phone?
I did, but I have the new 17 Pro, and it's supposed to, A, have a really good camera, and then, B, I have the 256 gigs of data space now, so I should be able to support doing a live video, you would think, but in HD, but apparently not.
Well,
So I need to just maybe open up the laptop and use that or figure out something else.
well, we could do that, or, if worst case scenario, you can, if we have to, I know where you live, you know where I live. If worst case, we can do it that way.
Wait, who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
I'm the new producer.
I do have another one of those cameras that you're using, Anthony.
Thank you.
You got me a quarter chub right there. Appreciate that,
So-
Pete.
Dude, those cameras are I think, are those the cameras we use for remotes?
No,
Oh.
No, we use them as a camera, not as a remote.
these are so for some of the remotes we use the ones that we have here in studio.
Uh-huh.
But we have other PTZ cameras that are not. This one's 4K.
Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
You guys are really enjoying this, aren't you?
Can't get enough of your love, babe.
This is the most you've talked, which is actually kind of...
Oh, we're going to get your wrestling takes every segment. We have 6 segments. We're going to get your take every one of them.
I'm sick. Pete just drop kicks both of us out of frame, takes over the entire show.
Yeah, Jacob kicked that camera.
Most views we're ever going to get. I tell you. That's, yeah. We're going to maximize this while we have it.
No, but we're excited, though. Stay tuned with us. Before you know it, I was just thinking about this on the way in. You got War Games. You're going to have Cena's last match coming up. And then before you know it, we're back in WrestleMania season. So
Thank God, because TV sucks.
yeah.
It's hard to watch.
We've been going through it. All of you, first off, if you're watching us, thank you for sticking with us because we're all going through it.
Yeah,
right
sorry,
now.
I was sick Monday, Tuesday, folks, so I didn't get a chance to do a Raw recap. You didn't miss much, so other than one guy talking, which we'll talk about in a second.
I fell asleep watching Raw live. the CM Punk stuff was great, and some of the other stuff on the show, but then I fell asleep. And then same thing with NXT. Watched it, fell asleep.
NXT's in a weird spot now too. I don't know
It
what
is.
they're doing. Yeah,
It is.
well, everyone's
And
in a
that's-
fucking. It's like all year they're in a fucking holding pattern with this John Cena tour, which is great for like individual events and tickets, but you can't really build some of the stories maybe you'd want to. Maybe not as much as NXT. That's why they've been able to do okay. But like on the main roster, because he bounced between shows, he's holding up. Now he says it's just giant tournament that could pause some stories, or you could tell stories in it. But it's just
we're going to talk more about the tournament. I'll just tell you, just my short answer. I don't like it. I think you're going to get some good matches, some really good matches, but the concept I don't like. We'll talk about it later in the show.
Yeah.
But let's go. Follow us on social media, all those platforms. Also, you see on the corner, right next to Kyle, the Inside Edge net logo.
Oh, that's right. You put it up there afterwards.
Yeah, it's
I'm like trying to move out of the way. Oh, don't mind me. I'm a stupid.
All right, I didn't fix the rundown. I've realized let's just go ahead and skip that slide. Okay, our promo of the week. It is brought to you by Mike Fabert, myfavoriteagent.com. I again understand his importance driving into the studio a week after being, doing a show from home.
Yeah, it sucked ass. It took me 30 minutes to get here. 30 minutes to get here.
These drivers. I almost want to do Mike's read right now. But
I might do it now anyway. Who gives a shit? Like, this is like, yeah, you need to get this together. Like, and Mike's the person to help with that because people, especially out here in Northeast Ohio, there was a full moon yesterday. Experienced that. Watched people like driving in between two lanes, almost like they were like doing the spider crawl sideways, but they weren't in like a new Hummer. So I don't know how they were doing it.
What are you doing?
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Got people going 20 miles an hour in a 35. Then I got people on the highway going 90 miles an hour when I'm going 70 in the fast lane. It's like I'm going 10 to 15 over.
So you're saying there's some crazy mother fathers out there on the freeway.
I'm saying.
And they need to contact Mike at State Farm.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you don't know what these people are doing. And don't be one of those people. Have the proactiveness of like, hey, I need to make sure I'm covered, protected. I got the best possible plan for me, for my family. Mike can do that for you. We're going out of order, and I don't give a fuck. So Mike is going to get the mention now because he matters. What he does matters, not only for car, but life, everything, home insurance, pet insurance. I have a cat now. Thinking about possibly getting some pet insurance because he's an orange cat.
You better get your pet insurance right now.
At some point,
I'm not even joking. You better get it.
At some point, the other shoe's going to drop. So
Yeah.
I need to stop. I need to stop dilly dallying around because I haven't used that word yet on this podcast, and I need to take care of that too. So,
Pete, our executive producer, you want to play this commercial now, or should we wait?
It's up to you.
fuck it, play it now.
All right, here we go.
What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do is to truly help people. Get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure. But if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So like there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
Well, I know you said the joke, hey, we locked the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
So
I always know when that ad's going to end because I start talking.
See,
it wasn't even really. It wasn't like supposed to be a shot. It was supposed to be like a time cue that we could just look at.
That's my time cue. Once you start talking, I think we had 3.5 seconds. They were back on. Mike from State Farm, he's going to take care of you. You heard it on the commercial, and especially now. Oh, snow, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, boy.
Couldn't have waited like another week so I could go look for a new car first before it started to snow.
216-932-6900. 216-932-6900. You can also go to myfabertagent.com. You can also go to State Farm app and type up his name, Mike Fabert, and his information will pop right up. A lot of great stuff. Now, let's do his promo of the week. CM Punk, the new World Heavyweight Champion. He had a lot to say. We picked one of the cuts here. Let's take a listen to CM Punk, courtesy of Netflix and World Wrestling Entertainment.
John Cena. I know you're busy. I know you don't got long, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. You want to try to be Mr. 18-time World Heavyweight Champion? I'm your Huckleberry. You want some? Come get some. Basically, New Mexico, what I'm saying is anybody who's earned it, anybody who deserves it, get in line because the champ is here.
What you didn't see is the fact that the title got stuck inside of CM Punk's leg, and then he had to unstrap it.
Yeah,
and that's
I think it just happened. The video stopped right when it was about to happen,
and that's when Logan Paul's music hit. But because that's what we all needed. But no, I mean, this is he laid down in the beginning part of that too, like all the different people.
Mm-hmm.
He named a bunch of people that I told you I really want to see AJ Styles and CM Punk. But the last time maybe we got that was a Ring of Honor, maybe.
Yeah.
It had to be like the early 2000s, like 2000, 2001, maybe. But like that match needs to happen. There's a few that if they're gonna run with CM Punk and he's gonna be champ for a little bit here.
I'm gonna look this up. Has that match ever actually happened?
I feel like they've had to have fought at some point before the TNA WWE days because he was there in TNA I think in 2003 when they launched. But before that, I think Ring of Honor was his stomping ground and all that jazz.
I guess this counts. The most recent match between CM Punk and AJ Styles. They met in a triple threat match this year, June 2nd, 2025, on Raw. It was in a triple threat with El Grande Americano.
Oh, that was the number one contender.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
We're talking about a one-on-one match.
For a title.
Yeah.
Like that's
something that matters.
In AJ's last year, that's kind of nice. So I mean, yeah. we'll get that probably at some point.
Yeah.
In some shape or form. I don't know.
I mean, as far as CM Punk's been in these championship matches so many times. I even said last week I started to completely write him off as champion because he was taking so many L's in championship matches. I thought they was going to go the Jey Uso route. But if it was me, Braun Breaker would be world champion right now. But they tossed that story kind of to the trash a little bit. Kind of. But
for now,
CM Punk, you need somebody at the top. Literally, people pay tickets to see CM Punk. I mean, that's the top quality of a world champion. Same with Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. You got somebody who people literally pay their money to see. And CM Punk, I don't think is capable of having a bad feud really with anybody. So, I mean, that's the right call. And you mentioned, I wish I was able to find the cut. I couldn't of all those names that he mentioned because I thought that was the best part of the promo.
Oh, he went down the line. Sheamus. He brought up obviously Cena at the end. I don't want to see Cena and Punk again. I'm good.
No, you can tell he was kind of joking about that, but it's worth mentioning.
He's got other stuff to do, like not wrestle and watch other people wrestle to see who he's going to wrestle for one last time. But yeah, no, there's some names. People got really upset about the Logan Paul thing, and I was like, well, I mean, it's War Games. They're starting to build their teams now. Like that's you're getting an idea. We know right now the 3-on-3 is Punk and the Usos, and then the Vision with Logan Paul. And we'll talk about this maybe a little bit later too. But the Logan Paul aspect of this, as far as someone to join the Vision, not just hand over the Nux and like I'll hang out with you guys for like one like PLE. Like he makes sense in that group.
Yeah,
from a standpoint of. Everyone's got to have the comedy act, but he technically is like the best athlete in that group, and he can,
That's great. that didn't hit me until you just said it. Like, he really is the best athlete in that group
And that's
right now.
that's not a shot at Braun. Again, we're comparing it's like Usain Bolt versus the world's fastest runner now. That's like they're really damn good. But
Right.
It's like, yeah, as far as like just an overall athlete and his athletic ability is stupid.
Yeah. I mean,
Guys jumping all over the place.
Logan Paul's interesting because when CM Punk lists all those names, you don't want to see Logan Paul.
Nope.
You just don't.
Well, that's also part of his thing too. You get a booming. Yeah.
Logan Paul starts talking. You start watching. I was like, all right, I get it.
Some people just like
I get it.
Some creators in the space just really hate him so much they were like just like talking through his promo and not actually paying attention or whatever it is, and he gets a reaction.
Yeah, he is one of the few heels that can draw money being a heel.
And he even teased turning face. Like he had the moment where he came down at the end of the show too with Punk, and then he hit him with the Nux and all that. I don't know. I mean, if the Vision's true goal was about the future, I mean, he's one of those guys that said, I want to do this. Like Jake wants to be a boxer. I want to be a WWE superstar. He had his podcast bought by WWE essentially and Fanatics, and that's the new presenting sponsor. Like he's doing the steps to become a semi full-time wrestler, and it's 1 day a week. He can do it.
And unlike his brother, he's fighting people his own size.
Yeah.
I had to bring that real quick with CM Punk though. I thought the opening promo was fantastic. Again, you got somebody who you can watch, who can, you can sink your teeth. I love the reaction from Punk when Logan Paul came out. First of all, people still don't recognize Logan Paul's music, which I think is interesting. And I love that, like, Punk, there's always the perception that, like, Logan Paul's character is that he's a YouTuber, doesn't take this seriously. And the way the wrestlers react, that makes sense. And it does make sense because Logan Paul is technically still a part-timer. Yeah. Like, technically. I think if Triple H asked Logan Paul to do this every week, he might do it. But you don't need him every single week.
Yeah. It's the spot for this kind of stuff. And this obviously, like I said, it opens up the War Games thing. I've seen a lot of the teams that are being teased now, and it looks like it's either going to be the Usos, Punk, LA Knight, and John Cena, or you could possibly change LA Knight with Roman Reigns. But Roman did say he was going to be off through Christmas, so that's why
I heard. Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be at Survivor Series, which is, who gives a shit. But I mean, he doesn't need to be in that match. But LA Knight could use the rub a little bit to be in there. And then the other side, it being Team Paul Heyman Vision, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul. Austin Theory is getting thrown out again. He was being thrown out last month too. So he's kind of just sitting around like waiting to do something. And he makes a lot of sense for that group too. Underutilized talent that we think is the future of the business. I mean, there you go. And then Brock Lesnar being the last person that goes into that because they want the Cena Brock payoff at Survivor Series.
You get your stars, and we'll kind of see there. And honestly, too, with CM Punk, you mentioned all those names. If the first thing is going to be him in War Games as opposed to defending the championship, and here's the other thing. You could do the War Games route. Then Punk and Logan Paul is probably an ideal co-main for Saturday night's main event in December. Of course, Cena's retirement match.
If they have the one-on-one, yeah.
Right. One-on-one, you get that payoff. Punk beats Logan Paul. You move forward into WrestleMania season. Speaking of which, we got more on Logan Paul in just a second. We do have an honorable mention for promo of the week that did not make the cut. I would say it was Becky because she made a Breaking Bad reference in New Mexico, but I don't watch that show, so that didn't win my vote. But there is a honorable mention. Let's play it.
Disgusting behavior. We were disrespected in Monterey, and we were disrespected tonight. I have never been creamed on like this before. Wait.
Neither have I. Neither have I. I wanted to cut the cake and eat it with a fork. This is BS.
Matt Cardona somewhere like, he's going to be at an indie show this week. Oh, man, I creamed so much last night.
You
know what? It's entertaining. I give him credit. I still think they're misusing Chelsea Green, but because she's hilarious, but like also she's 5'10", looks like that, and can wrestle her ass off. So she should be, I think, where Io Sky and Rhea Ripley and those ones are because of the full rounded, character and wrestler she is. But if she wants to be female Miz, she wants to be. Look at that. Like she's wearing a face mask.
Yeah.
Like she's exfoliating.
That is true.
Look at her. What do they call that? Since I made a porn reference earlier, is it a bukkake?
Yeah. I was going to say this ties into your earlier comments. There.
How many in one day for her? What the record was 1,000 in a day, right? Did she?
I think so. I think that was.
Oh, poor Chelsea. I don't know any of this.
I think that got the main event angle spot at the end.
Yeah, because Joe Hendry's part of it.
Yeah. And she's involved with her and Ethan Page. Ethan Page, I thought was great too in that clip.
Oh yeah, why do you with a fork? Yeah, he's a civilized person. What the fuck, man? Throwing food in my face. What are we in?
Man,
the 8th grade cafeteria?
Matt Cardona, he actually spiced up that video. I don't know if you remember. This is a while ago when it was Zack Ryder and he was in a wheelchair and John Cena stole his girl. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the clip, you see
he's sitting there with like flowers. And shit,
at the flowers. So you play the Chelsea thing, and then at the end is Zack Ryder.
He's timely. I give him credit.
Yeah, he is. I'll give him that. And Chelsea, to her credit, I mean, she's been posting this on Twitter all week long. So,
well, she's leaning into it.
Yeah, definitely. Again, check out Mike, the claims adjuster. Of course, Journey 3 coming up December the 6th. All right, so real quick with Logan Paul. So that was the closing angle. Like how it was shot, too. It was, Logan Paul, CM Punk standing next to each other. Punk kind of shielding off Jey Uso a little bit. And then the way it was booked, like Punk had to make a decision. Do I go after... Basically, Punk was going down regardless. Either the Vision was going to take him out or the knockout punch by Logan Paul. And Paul stood his ground. So I guess my question to you here and to our audience, to our fans, is this just a War Games thing? Is this just we need another member of War Games for basically sending out all-out assault on Raw, War Games thing, or is this something bigger?
Yeah, unfortunately, it probably is just War Games, just because I don't know what they're going to do with the group. They're still keeping the Vision moniker, so I'm assuming they will add somebody at some point. Hopefully, it's Austin Theory, but I mean, this is a stopgap. You said I think your idea probably makes the most sense. Have the War Games match with him involved, and then they can branch off to him and Punk for a title match at like a Saturday night's main event, the Cena thing or whatever. Because I'm sure if Cena. It's going to be a tribute show for John, but you're also going to want people that he's wrestled or people that's been around him to interact with him during the show. So Punk will be there. Mm-hmm. So why not have him have a match? Logan Paul has been involved or around, and if he faces Cena again in the War Games match, I think it's his 3rd match with Cena during his retirement tour.
I believe so. That's right.
So Logan Paul is milking this cow for all it's worth. That's 2%, low fat, skim. A little bit of almond in there, even though you're milking a cow.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Now we're talking my language. And remember...
now we're talking...
Yes. Now...
How can you milk almonds?
Screw it. Go ahead, play it. Go ahead. I know you want to.
Disgusting behavior. We were disrespected in Monterey, and we were disrespected tonight. I have never been creamed on like this before. Wait.
It's the wait afterwards.
I think this might be Pete's favorite promo of the week we've ever done. I'm not even joking.
I do love it.
The bonus part for all you very, vigilant people at home, she's not wearing underwear, so that's even better for you. There you go. Yeah.
Even more reason to watch the show.
There you go.
Ay, Dios mío. She's never been creamed on like that before.
Mm-hmm. Should that...
What are you trying to say, Peter?
Oh, yeah,
I'm not saying nothing.
Listen, she's been happily married for a long time now. Which in the wrestling industry probably
So?
unfortunately means nothing. Yeah.
Let me just also say that Logan Paul obviously is going to do a great job, like we mentioned a couple minutes ago.
Has he been in a War Games match yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Now get him in there.
and he's gonna do something in the War Games match. I'm still disgusted that Braun Breaker that they basically fumbled. In my opinion, I think they fumbled the bag. Triple H did.
Well, they've also made a mistake of positioning both of them as championship contenders because now who gets the shot? Why should Braun get it even though we've been over this? Braun hasn't beaten anybody lately. Bronson's the one that pinned Roman.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind,
But
I'm like,
he's not being positioned
they're both.
as the guy.
Heyman introduced
right?
them first. He introduced Bronson first before he so it's like okay, like, but he also just pinned Roman Reigns. There's only two other guys that have done that in the past 4 years, whatever it was, and their names are Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, and they both have been champions. So I
And
don't
it
know.
seems like with Bronson Reed, to your point, well, they're being held back by Paul Heyman. They're being held back by Paul Heyman. Like, okay, well, let's find additional ways to cool it. And now they're going to be side pieces to Logan Paul.
We think who knows how they're going to
It
position this.
just seems to me, and maybe
Paul
it
Heyman
may not
is-
go that way.
Paul
but
Heyman should still be at the front of this because now this is more about him maneuvering and making deals with people and all that stuff. Like there's been some pitches about Lesnar running the Vision, and I don't like that. He doesn't strike me as someone who wants to be around a bunch of people. Like,
And we've been hearing that we had somebody who commented on the StreamYard last week that mentioned Brock Lesnar in
Yeah.
that capacity.
for the one-off for War Games, because Cena's probably going to be involved too, sure, because I think we're going to get Ray and Dom in San Diego.
Yeah,
Career
which is a
versus
great
title,
move,
yeah.
which is a great move.
But think about this too. Like we can, in a very short order, we could have John Cena and Rey Mysterio both retiring within a couple weeks of each other. Because if it's mask and career versus title
That would be something.
for the AAA championship,
Yeah.
because they're not the IC title doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess you could have Dom defend both, but maybe they're just abandoning that idea. I don't know, but they could also just put Rey and Dom in the Cena tournament. And
They
that could be their
could.
match, but I don't
They
know.
could, and then you do some angle where
Oh, by the
Dom
way,
costs Ray to.
you
You could do that.
who the fuck knows?
So I think that would be interesting. Hopefully, I'll be able to watch War Games. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the YouTube TV stuff still going on. ESPN. We did hear from our media sources that when this is resolved, YouTube TV subscribers will have ESPN Unlimited free of charge if you pay for YouTube TV. Now, when that will happen, let me know when GTA 6 comes out. All right.
Might not for like 10 years.
We just had an announcement today that it was supposed to be out in late May. It's now being pushed back to November of 2026.
Jesus, what the hell are they doing to the game to make it that? No, whatever.
They're adding the Epstein files. Let's move on.
Wow. Like a bug in there?
Yeah, probably.
There's no libraries and
They're waiting. The official, I'm paraphrasing the statement from Rockstar. They saying, you want the game quality to be fully polished. We apologize, but we need
By the
more time.
by the time you get it done in 2026, there's going to be more updates to do anyway.
Well, you
so
realize that's how Trump is going to be funding Snap, is that the Epstein files are going to be released exclusively in GTA 6. So you have to go buy it if you want copies of it, and that money is going to fund Snap. So there
It's
you
going
go.
to be in the deluxe edition of the video.
Part of the deal,
that's
baby.
that's in my big booko. What the fuck?
I like this, Pete. This is conspiracy Pete right here.
Pete's on a different level.
This
Jacob
is-
drove here. Like,
Yeah, who drove you? Don't answer that.
That's what happens when you take a lot of cold medicine.
We do have a football game tomorrow.
it's all right. All he's got to say is take camera 4.
Camera 4.
I'm going to shiver every time he says something. And I pop into us. We're going to be in a press box. I'm going to look cold.
Touchdown, Perry. Camera 4. So, that was a great play call.
If I look visibly shook, you'll know why.
We have new champions. 2 out of 4 and brand new champions, but all 4 of these guys worked at another company, worked at All Elite Wrestling.
Can we stop this narrative, by the way, too, as if people went on social media, and I saw stuff even some of the dirt sheets were pulling shit. Oh, it's all AEW. Like 2 out of the 4 of these people did not start in AEW. That was not their beginning. Cody was in WWE when he was 21 years old. Punk was in WWE and Ring of Honor way before he spent a year and some change, or 2 years, whatever it was, in AEW. So let's stop that. Jade Cargill was never a main champion, a women's champion in AEW, because they didn't know how to fucking train her or handle her properly.
Well, she was the long reigning TBS champion
that no one gives a fuck about. One of their 15,000 titles. And then Ricky Saints was also just mistreated. I think he was the TNT champion, maybe.
Yes.
And now he's the actual main champion on developmental, on his way to a main roster spot at some point. So, yeah, I don't. 2 out of the 4 had a cup of coffee. 1 helped found it, and I think he was the main reason why they're even still around, because of the stuff he put in place. But
you know what's it? Cody is interesting here, because sometimes I do watch Cody, and this is a compliment. This is not meant to be an insult. I watch Cody and I'm like, oh my man, he really is the face of the WWE.
He could be yeah.
This presentation, the blonde hair and the 3-piece suits that he wears every week, and I'm like, he really is the face of the company. I actually smile about that. That's pretty cool.
I could see him, because I don't think Triple H is going to want to work as long as Vince did. I don't think Triple H is going to be in his late 70s or I can't wait to do this shit, brother. I could see him passing something like this to someone like Cody. He would trust him to be able to be in that spot because of his prior experience. He's got.
If Cody wants to do it,
I would imagine once he's done wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he wants to do it, I know he had other, television and Hollywood aspirations. So this is if he wants to do it.
Well, even Triple H made the Chaperone, but I mean, sometimes you find it's not as. We'll see how the Street Fighter thing goes for Cody. If it does well, then we'll see. But I
did watch Blade 3 a couple weeks ago with Triple H.
Which is still practically a WWE movie, let's be honest. They didn't care about Blade until Marvel picked it up. Now it's
I own the game, and I'm that damn good.
Yeah, now everyone loves Wesley Snipes again, so that's great.
He paid all his taxes.
They should have slid into home.
Matter of fact, Mr. Epstein. Actually, don't answer that. I'm sorry. Don't.
He sounds like Epstein after he got hung. I imagine how his voice would sound.
Blake Monroe is also we didn't have room for Blake Monroe, but
she's also a champion. Yeah,
she's a champion as well. I mean, look, I guess you could rag on AEW for a lot of things. Other than Punk, I don't. Cody is questionable.
Yeah.
I don't think they fumbled necessarily anybody else other than Punk. Punk is the one that they just could not.
I think Saints, they could have had a better run with him too. He should have been one of those pillars that they talk about all the time over there.
Yeah.
He could have been one of those level because of his work rate, because of his charisma and his aura that he brings, which we'll see on the main roster if it sticks as much as it has in NXT. But
yeah, we'll see.
I mean, Cody, they missed a prime opportunity to run heel devil Cody.
They did, but Cody made some mistakes down there too.
Yeah, well,
some writing mistakes down there himself.
Well, he shouldn't have been writing the fucking show.
Because
he's a active wrestler in his at that time early to mid 30s. He shouldn't have been doing anything like that.
Yeah, he did I didn't think it would do that much damage to box yourself out of a world championship picture. But even at that time, even though you had big stars, Jericho already had the championship by that point.
Yeah, well, he was trying to be
John
unselfish.
Moxley, and that was almost I didn't think it would be that harsh of a deal, but Cody kind of like, in a way, Jericho right now, just time ran out on Cody and AEW. And then Jade Cargill did pretty much all she could do at AEW with the limited amount of necessary wrestling training.
Just resources available too. They didn't have a lot of the stuff. She needed to go to the PC for 6 months to a year, whatever it was, to get actually trained in pro wrestling and then be able to utilize that And she looked great on Saturday night's main event. She made Tiffany look like a little bitch. So,
Yeah,
she kind of
complete
squashed
squash.
her. Yeah,
Basically a complete squash.
There wasn't much. I think she had a senton or a swanton bomb, and that was pretty much it. There was not a lot of offense for Tiffany's.
Yeah, the only person you can mention of true fumbling is CM Punk. That's the only one, because that's on Tony Khan's record. It's you chose Jungle Boy, and I could call him Jungle Boy. That's who he's going by now again. You chose Jungle Boy and the Young Bucks over CM Punk. And maybe long term, because you are hearing wrestlers now mention how good of a work environment AEW is. Like, they like to work for Tony Khan and things like that. So maybe for sanity long term, Darby, even on, interviews, mentioning like everyone's on the same page in the AEW locker room.
What do you expect them to say? Especially the ones that have been there since the beginning. They're not going to trash. They're getting paid a lot of money.
And they're getting paid a ton of money and stuff. So do you
think they're really happy with working these tiny little venues when their competition, so to speak, is still selling out 10 to 15,000 seat arenas? Do you think they're happy with the fact that their ratings plummet week after week after week? And not like WWE plummet like below 500,000.
Well, if their boss is telling them that they're doing a great job each and every single week, and you get a little bit of creative freedom and not much standards that are in place, then you probably are happy.
If you're going to pay me millions of dollars, yeah, I'll say nice things about your company too.
Yeah, and CM Punk was the one guy who was like, no. You guys can be better than this, and you're choosing not to, and I can't be here, basically, if you're going to be like that. Yeah. So you could say, again, from I don't think all these guys fumble, but this is one of those cases where, we do this in pro sports, like, 3 or 4 guys leave a team, they win a championship, and then you say, like, oh, that team blew it. Yeah. It's like, well, not necessarily.
Well, shit, even now, like, we thought that WWE mismanaged Toni Storm, but what's she doing? I have no idea. Like, is she still fighting for the title? Is she in the tag team? I have no idea what the hell is going on.
She was asking Tony Schiavone to save her. She's getting choked out.
Yeah, ask the announcer to save you. Yes, that's what we want for our world champion for over a year.
I really try. I really, really try, and I give it up on, like, thoroughly, Wednesday nights. AEW Dynamite. I record it every week. I just can't go. I can't watch more than a segment. And I don't go. And when we go places and we tell people, hey, Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast, tune in. Hey, we like wrestling and stuff. I would say out of 20 people, 18 out of 20 either don't care for AEW or flat out don't watch. Like, I'm not even joking. 18 out of 20.
And we can't use the WWE's been around for 75 years. Okay, what time is long enough for you to realize that they're not putting out a good product on the other side? It's been 6 years, 7 years now. I mean, the only reason why they're still in business is because they have an unlimited bankroll. Like, they got the TV deal. They got a TV deal for less money. Mm. And now with the whole Warner Brothers Discovery thing going on, who knows what's going to happen? If the next person that buys that company either has a contract with WWE already or, isn't really big wrestling fans, they're in fucking trouble. They're going to have to go to like a third network, or they're going to have to try, and Fox may take them for pennies on the dollar to have wrestling on their airwaves somewhere. Because I wouldn't put that on Fox Main. I'd put that on FS1 if I was them. So we'll give you half the contract, and we'll just put you on FS1.
Well, at least Shaka Khan is running the company. I'm kidding. I referenced that whole thing. That was nuts.
That was stupid.
That was crazy. All right, coming up on the other side, the last time is now tournament. That's actually the name of the tournament. John Cena versus the winner of the last time is now tournament. Do you like the tournament? I kind of gave my answer, but I'll explain my answer on the other side. And then later, we're going to revisit a topic we did after Labor Day weekend. I will preface by saying last week's Smackdown went up against the World Series, Game 6, a couple other things. But we're not going to be Dave Meltzer here and say, oh, it's all, sunshine and roses. There is a superstar problem.
You're going to like my answer to this.
Over there in SmackDown. And I laid some ground rules. We could easily say bring up an NXT superstar or a group. That's the easy answer, and that's not a wrong answer. You can easily say Chris Jericho. You can easily say Edge. You can easily say another big superstar. That doesn't work for Raw. But that's too easy. We're going to really, really do our homework. Who would you bring over from Monday Night Raw to Friday Night SmackDown to flip the ratings long term? So we'll do that coming up in a little bit. You're going to hear from Megan from Omega Video Marketing. But first, here is Mike from State Farm. What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick. With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh. I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
That voice is going to be in our ear tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you counted us down.
Yeah, it's going to be in there, man. It's going to be great. Megan from Omega Video Marketing. She does an unbelievable job. Of course, we are still in the heart of the fall event season, and Megan Gallagher, she has you covered. Of course, seeing the tons of events that she is covering in Northeast Ohio, in the greater Cleveland area, of course, in downtown Cleveland, in the intermediate areas. Megan Gallagher, Omega Video Marketing, doing an unbelievable job.
Oh, yeah, and this is the time of year, too. Double A mentioned earlier in the show, we're getting closer to holiday season now. It's where you have parties, you have events, you have different things going on for your business. What better way to network and be able to reach as far as you possibly can with the most possible ammunition you have to grow it? Use Meg. She can definitely get the job done for you.
4-time Emmy Award winner, of course, here in Cleveland, also background Toledo, BG, and now obviously here full-time in Cleveland. You can reach out to her, Megan Gallagher, MeganRG440 at gmail.com. That's MeganRG440 at gmail.com. Megan Gallagher, Omega Video Marketing. I am not a fan of this tournament. I think, let me say this. I think the matches are going to be fine. They're going to be pretty good, actually. And I think you're going to see some stars or see some guys who, would deserve the rub and things like that. My only issue, to me, tournaments are dangerous in pro wrestling because if you do a 16-person tournament, 15 people lose. Now, if it was a tournament for a championship, you lost in a semifinals of the championship, or we saw even like King of the Ring or something like that. You were in the final of the King of the Ring. You came up just short, but you were right there to win a title. you deserve that extra push. I don't have a positive way to spin 15 people losing and say, you lost the John Cena tournament, but you're going to be okay. The other big factor for me is now, in my mind, I hope you're right about Cena wrestling in War Games. That would be smart. But I was hoping we were going to get 2 more one-on-one matches. We're not. We're just going to get one-on-one match, and that's it.
You don't know that.
And, I mean, for right now, I have to just assume until
we know
otherwise.
One match is guaranteed, and that's his last match, but he does have 3 more appearances before that. So,
right.
And he has said he wants to get the most out of this. So what I would imagine is going to happen is some of the surprises they've talked about will happen at Boston next Monday. And then MSG, he needs to have a match at MSG.
And that's what I'm saying. What I was going to say was like, if you're going to release the tournament field, you're eliminating surprises, even though they did say like people who doesn't work for the company, you're eliminating surprises. But if your point is right, that the surprises could happen to Boston, could happen in New York City, that would kind of ease off my concerns a little bit about this tournament.
Yeah, I think that the added bonus in this could be too, he could possibly be Intercontinental Champion for this match. So, I mean, you have the added bonus of if you beat John, not only do you get to retire John Cena, but then you get to win the Intercontinental title too. One of the reasons why I don't like Gunther winning this, just because he's going to be one of the people announced for it. But, like, I don't want to see a Gunther IC title reign again. It's the lazy booking of we can't figure out what to do with Gunther, so just put a title on him. Because you can say on commentary, he's been champion 90% of the time he's been in. So who gives a shit? Like,
boost up that GPA average.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I want like actual meaningful stories. I think Santi Zap booked Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov for the finals of this. It'd be a great match. I'd love to see it. I wouldn't care, like, if Gunther won that match and faced Cena, because that's not who I want him to face. But they have opportunities here. The whole people that aren't in the company, that's obviously a nod to TNA. It's not a nod to AEW. I think that you're more likely to get Matt Cardona and Joe Hendry in this tournament than you are Edge and Chris Jericho. Mm-hmm. I think you're more likely to get Edge showing up at the MSG show or Jericho, those being their spots. If he's in more games, great. If he's facing Dom, also great. I'd imagine if Dom isn't one of those matches, he'll be in this tournament too, because he's one of those names. I don't know how far he's going to get, but who knows?
Especially if you run the angle, if Ray and Dom is going to be a Survivor Series match, you could run the angle of having them both in it.
Who the fuck knows what they're going to do? I guess the beauty of this is the 4 people they've already announced earlier this week. I don't want to see Sheamus and Cena.
None of them are going to win it.
I don't want to see Rusev. Rusev is one that'd be kind of interesting if they actually want to get behind him and make him a main eventer, because he has the ability and the skills. He just doesn't really. The mic skills aren't really there fully yet. But he's not going to win this. Damian Priest is the one person at least that hasn't faced John too often, so that could be like one it's kind of interesting a little. I guess a little bit, but not really. And then Shinsuke, he's going to retire Hiroshi Tanahashi and January at the Tokyo Dome. We're not worried about him in WWE anymore. Yeah. His time as a meaningful competitor is done.
Yeah.
So
he's rebranded like 3,000 times.
They're finding a way. They're telling mini stories, and which is why I think maybe you can get away with Ray and Dom in the tournament, possibly. But I don't fucking know, dude. I mean,
so are you not a fan of this tournament? What do you think about the tournament itself?
I think if done properly, this could be a very good way to build up someone new. Because if they really want this last match to mean something, and it's about John giving back, it shouldn't be Gunther.
No.
It shouldn't be how old's Gunther now? He's got to be in his at least mid-30s, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's up there.
If he's close to 40, then definitely not. Like, you want to get someone who's going to be around for the next 10, 15 years.
38. They got to change this picture.
Oh.
They got to change it. Hold on.
Looks like me after Christmas. Yeah.
This is not, I don't even know if you can see. That is...
He's very white in that picture, yeah. Oh.
Yo, that is not.
He looks a lot better.
That is not somebody that should be beating John Cena.
He lost about 50 pounds and got a tan. So
that is Walter.
Yeah, that's Walter. That's not Gunther.
Actually, that ain't even Walter.
That's all 4 walls, turn. Yeah. That's a house.
Yeah.
That's a whole ass house.
That's a full house.
That's a
full
3-bed,
moon.
2-bath, 1,400 square foot with a backyard looking house.
That's the world's strongest man without.
Right now, he looks more like a 2-bedroom studio, in
Yo, what?
in New York City downtown. He's slim. He's figured it out.
F this segment. The new favorite right here.
He comes back. He's fat as shit again. I'm gonna eat John Cena. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa, Nelly, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
And that's not. And we don't. That ain't fat shaming. Okay, we're not doing that.
No, but so people will be in this match. Like I said, you'll get Joe Hendry. You'll get probably Cardona because of the pop name. They may throw Oba in this match because I don't know what he's doing. Was he even on NXT this past week?
I don't know.
So he's getting built up to do something. I
don't think he's been on NXT since he dropped the title.
Yeah, so they're building up for him to be involved in this tournament, I'd imagine. So I don't know where he'll lose.
Well, you know me.
Well, he should
if
be.
He's in this tournament.
He should go through and win it.
He needs to win it. But then the other question that comes into play, it's a legitimate question. Whoever wins this, I guess for Cena's final match, this is the other weird thing about this tournament concept. You go through a tournament with the idea of winning, but do you want to see John Cena lose his final match?
It depends on who he faces. If he's facing Sheamus, and it's not for the Intercontinental Championship, and Sheamus needs to win it to become the Grand Slam champion too.
Let's throw the Intercontinental Championship out.
If it's just the match, it just depends on who it's against. If it's against Shinsuke Nakamura,
Cena better win.
But if it's against
Sheamus,
Oba Femi,
same thing.
If it's against Oba or it's against one of these up and coming people,
Trick Williams,
Javon Evans,
one
of those guys, no, he should not.
Ooh, I would love Javon Evans.
I think he probably should beat Javon because Javon's a babyface, but Trick could be a huge heel. Oba could be towering anti-hero heel though, just because of his persona and how he's looks like Oba Femi.
Let me dig into kind of what you just said here for a second. Let's just take the NXT names: Javon Evans, Trick, and Oba.
Yeah.
So you're saying, and I think you can go somewhere with this, you're saying Javon Evans could lose.
Yeah.
I agree. I think he was still, the way he wrestles and he's young, him being in that match, he's going to get over just by being in the match.
He's so young. Mm-hmm. He's 23, 24.
23.
Yeah, he's so young.
Maybe 22.
He doesn't need to win that match.
Right.
John can have his moment, but Javon could look fantastic.
And the way he wrestles, just him being in front of that crowd, main spotlight, because we're going to do this let's just say that's the final. John Cena and Javon Evans. Cena wins that match. We're going to both come on the show and we would think Javon Evans looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
He looked great even in defeat. He pushed John Cena to the limit. Javon Evans, we can even outside chance, you put him in the Royal Rumble, maybe Final Four with Javon Evans.
I told you, if I was making this tournament, I wouldn't have done 16. I would have done 8, and I would have done people that haven't faced John ever. So new opponent. Mm-hmm. If the president has to be 35 or older, let's make sure this combatant's 35 and under, because I want someone he can make a name off of. And then I want someone who hasn't won a world championship.
But the only tricky, you said 8, so 8 you can get away with this. 16, Braun Breaker's not going to be in this tournament, I don't think.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
If the Wargames shit's going on, Bronson Reed should be in this tournament. If he's not, he could be the head collector then. If he's not going to be the champion.
That's the thing. If you're going to position Braun Breaker to be the champion, you can still position Bronson Reed
to be a main event level star
as a resume builder.
It's actually, it's a good challenge for him then. If we've decided as a group that Braun's going to go for the title, then I need to figure out something else. Oh, John Cena's retiring. I should probably enter that. That probably should be in that tournament. But it's random.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what they were saying. Ava was going to talk to people about who is going to. No, it's supposed to be random.
It's supposed to be random.
It's supposed to be the entire NXT roster's name on that fucking hopper, and you're supposed to pull a couple names out. It's not supposed to be who you want to let go and wrestle. They immediately forgot about the concept of the entire tournament 2 days later.
I think
stupid.
If later in the year we'll do the whole round table thing again. I don't think it's going to be all sunshine and roses about WWE like it was this past year.
No,
because little things like that was not happening last year.
This
there are
hampers
things,
them. There
are things that are falling through the cracks.
I told you it put everything in a holding pattern. One, because he was champion for 6 months throughout the middle of the year, and he was in the heel shit. So I mean, we were in that vortex of Are we actually going to see The Rock come back and do anything? That's the big question in all of this, too, because the final opponent should be The Rock.
Yeah.
I think everyone, if they're being really honest, like
if you want to get people to order Peacock, get The Rock.
that should be the last match, which is why more people were saying WrestleMania, The Rock will do something. I don't know. I really think that he's done in December unless they pay him a stupid amount of money and it's against Dwayne. No one else in Vegas next year makes sense for John except The Rock.
Yep. That's the only match you come out of retirement
that's
for.
it.
That's the only match you
That's
come
the
out of
only one where the
retirement
0
for.
turns back to 1. That's the only.
And honestly, if you throw that out there, don't be surprised if that Saudi WrestleMania in 27 is when that match happens, not this upcoming WrestleMania.
Which, at that point, John's going to be 50. And it's like, man.
But even John Cena, we talk about like John Cena himself, more than anybody stands by his morals. Like,
He'll go.
I can see John Cena.
He'll be at WrestleMania in Saudi. He'll show up. I don't think he's going to wrestle.
Yeah, he said he's not going to. Real quick, let me finish the analogy I laid out earlier. So, like, that you started, Javon Evans, if he's in the final, he could lose and still look good. But Trick
could use the win.
Needs to win.
That would be like a huge feather in the cap for him to kind of give him the launching point to be taken seriously. And then, you could throw him on either brand at that point, and you can be like, all right, shit.
Oba would need to win.
Yeah. Well, Oba should win.
Should win.
Trick, you could make a case for John, but like Oba, no. There's only a handful of people that should be able to beat Oba, and it's Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not really anyone else on the roster. Maybe Bronson Reed should go back and forth a little bit with him, but that's it. Like,
I guess. I mean, if the whole point of the tournament is to get people talking. So on that front, they're winning on that end. I mean,
delaying and releasing the most vanilla names to start it.
I know.
But I get some. You want some guys to have history with John because it makes sense. They'd actually want to wrestle him one more time. Like, hey.
And the way they're positioning it, it's like not necessarily younger guys, but guys in the mid card, opportunity, that kind of thing.
The fact that they announced the dates, like I have 30 dates or whatever it is, like, man, they really fucking handcuffed themselves.
They
could have made like, hey, this is my last date, this is my last show, but I'm going to show up as much as I can in the meantime.
Well,
people are like in their heads now about like, oh,
well, the problem when this is all said and done, we will do a full reflection of this run, and I think, in short, John Cena himself, the performer, the man, the character, John Cena has done a great job with this himself, the performer. But you could tell going in that there were things that they had planned and major things that fell through.
Yeah. And
when they fell through, it really, really did damage on what this could have been and what this should have been. And we're not going to look back on this probably in the way that we thought we would look back on this, if we were talking about this time last year.
I mean, if it's the Punk match and then after, I'll look back at it very fondly. Like, I mean, it was good. I mean, and then obviously the turn itself was good.
Yeah, the turn itself. Which turn? The heel turn?
The heel turn at Elimination Chamber itself was a great moment.
Was the babyface turn on SmackDown before SummerSlam good?
That was, I'll tell you what.
I didn't hate it.
No, when the music hit and the lights came back on and like you got the full, like that was a big moment. Like that was pretty cool. Like, but you can tell that there was supposed to be probably more to that story that just never got told, or they've decided to wait for whatever reason. I don't know. I'd imagine The Rock will show up to that show. If it truly is John's last show, I'd imagine he'd make time to do that because, I mean, yeah.
One other thing I want to mention before we talk about SmackDown to close things out. And I like this. I will credit SiriusXM. Jonathan Coachman actually brought this idea up. The Boston show is not sold out. Maybe it probably will sell out when the day of that kind of thing.
That's kind of surprising.
But ticket prices are way too high.
Well, fuck.
I mean, I can't tell you the next time I'm going to a WWE show, to be perfectly honest.
I don't know when they're coming back.
But because prices are doubled, which if you listen to the earnings call that they had this week, profits are up double and stuff, and they credit it to they're cutting down the live show or the house shows.
Oh, the Netflix deal too. $5
and
billion
TV deals.
over 10 years. Yeah, I mean, shit.
But I forgot about if you just advertise that John Cena's going to be at Boston, but you don't advertise that he's going to wrestle, people may not show up. And in the past, what Vince did, you have your Raw or SmackDown, you have the television show, but you always advertised a dark main event. So, and I don't think they do that now.
They do the thing at the end where they talk.
Sometimes
they'll have matches afterwards.
They'll send the crowd home happy, but they don't. They used to announce hey, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, WWE Championship. That's your main event of the show if you go for the live crowd. And I think it would be
in the live events they do that.
Yeah,
not like at Raw or SmackDown.
Well,
anymore,
no, they at the TV shows they used to do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, they used to do when they would go off the air. They'd have. Depending on who was in the match, too, at the end. If they already had a full match, usually they wouldn't.
But they would announce not the television main event.
I know,
but they would announce, So I would say wouldn't it make sense for the Boston show? For the live crowd in Boston, John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio, main event of Raw for the live audience. And that's the type of match John Cena's going to win. You make use of his time, send the crowd home happy.
I think if he's going to do anything, it'll be on TV.
I know, but I was just saying
I don't think he's going to do nothing. He's not going to pull a Goldberg and have to talk off air for 20 minutes. He wants things broadcast.
I understand what he wants, but I'm just saying for business, if Boston, that show should be sold out already. I mean, I think that would help.
Whether John does a match when it's off air or not, it's not going to mean more ticket sales. He should be drawing enough.
I disagree with that. I think people, if you knew that he was going to wrestle,
he's going to be there. It's his hometown.
I know, but I think people want to see him, especially Boston, because Boston was supposed to have Saturday night's main event, and they didn't get it because of site fees and business and stuff. So I think some people in Boston feel like that they're robbed. Now, we don't live in Boston. Good luck.
Couldn't happen to a nicer group of people. Yeah. Fucking idiots.
But good luck, Boston.
Hate that fucking fan base so much.
Good luck. And I mean that for all their sports teams. All their sports teams.
No, the Patriots.
Even the Bruins.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. SmackDown. We had this conversation 2 months ago. So, SmackDown last Friday, I believe the number was 933,000 viewers. Outside of the FS1 episodes, lowest rated SmackDown all time. We can use the excuses, but it might be a trend at this point. I'm sure the number will bounce back up. But
they'll hover around 1 million probably.
Right. But it is what it is. So the exercise here. Is there someone from Raw that you could bring over to SmackDown? I have 2 names in mind. Is there someone from Raw you could bring over to SmackDown right now and will help boost the rating up a little bit? Because to me, you look at the SmackDown roster, Jacob Fatu being out hurts too.
Yeah.
But you got Cody Rhodes. I mean, Drew McIntyre is your top heel. And then, Randy Orton's not on television right now. So who are your top superstars over on SmackDown?
Well, the 2 names that stand out the most are 2 names that are not currently wrestling, and that's Bianca and Randy. I mean, if they were on the show.
Bianca's not there either.
That's another huge name in the women's division, obviously, and then Randy, whatever they're holding him for.
And then remember, too, Cody missed a month, because his wife gave birth to a child, and then also he was filming a movie. So
there's only really one answer who could pop and be an actual difference maker for that show. Because the Raw roster, you're not taking Seth's obviously out. There's no male superstar besides Punk that would actually move the needle, I think, over there. And even then, okay. I mean, Rhea is the only technically correct answer, but And it would make sense because you get obviously with her and Jade, and there's an avenue towards that. I don't really care as much about seeing her and Stephanie as I would her and Jade. They're more of a match to me. I mean, Stephanie's more. I think maybe at some point they'll circle back to EO, or maybe AJ will get a shot. Who knows? But
Look like Stephanie's next feud's probably going to be with Nikki Bella.
Yeah, they're building up to that I can't wait to not see. But I mean, I don't.
I'll tune in. I'll watch.
Well, it'd be great. It'd be great to look at. I don't know if it's going to be a good match or not. But then,
yeah.
But there's only one real name that could move any sort of, viewership, if we're being truly honest, and it is Rhea Ripley.
And I'll also add tickets too. That would actually drive tickets. Would be Rhea. Rhea was one of my two answers, and Rhea, even from a storyline standpoint, you look at, Bayley's busy, Lyra's busy, the Kabuki Warriors, they're busy. There's a ton of. Becky Lynch, she's busy.
Yeah.
Maxine Dupree, and
doing
again,
her own shit. And then whenever AJ Lee decides to pop back in too, which I have at the end, I'll tell you something. But yeah.
Okay, and then and EO when she comes back on television, she's busy. So there's a lot of things going on. Rhea is somebody. You're right. You can move over. She could show up to SmackDown this week, and be a difference, and that's somebody you could build stories around. Because my big concern with the SmackDown Women's division, you're going to run back Jade and Tiffany. You'll run it back for like a SmackDown main event probably next week.
I want to see that even more now. Fuck.
Then what? For either woman.
They might get a Survivor Series match because the women's War Games is going to be a little different.
Right. But I'm just saying, even in terms of week-to-week television, then what? So I think Rhea would be the huge name. I do have one other name, and that would be AJ Styles. I think AJ would be somebody, not necessarily in terms of, you're not giving him the world title.
He's a tag champ on Raw right now.
AJ, logistically, you can figure out what you're going to do with the. I honestly
You'd
don't
have to
care.
drop the titles.
I honestly don't care what happens with Dragon Lee. You do whatever.
Yeah.
But AJ, I think because Raw is so stacked right now, AJ Styles, his retirement tour could be at the forefront over on SmackDown, and because AJ Styles, you can put him in the ring against anybody. And on a Friday night, you're going to watch. And the other big thing with AJ Styles, because SmackDown is traditionally known as the wrestling show, AJ could easily eat up 25 to 30 minutes of television time in the ring wrestling. One final time mixing it up with, 1 week he's in the ring with The Miz. The next week is in the ring with Carmelo Hayes. That's... kind of the range, and you need somebody who can put over some of those, younger guys on the roster. And I think AJ could be that guy. But Rhea is the star that could immediately change things. I think if you're looking at quarter hours, ratings bump, that could make a difference. Could string along the show. Could be the anchor of your mid-card. I think AJ Styles could be that guy.
But to be fair, too, AJ's evergreen. I don't know if he's going to move the needle that much, but he'd bring more consistency. You're right.
It's consistency, and he would help with what I would think quarter hours.
Yeah,
as far as
they've got some guy like Aleister Black, Damian Priest in the mid card, dragging off as the U.S. champ is interesting now because he's going to keep the open challenge going, so that opens the door for some more people to get some time. I don't know if people just don't like the open challenge stuff anymore, but I think that was some of Sammy's best work. And then now with Ilya, they have an opportunity to make it look good. I want to see Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov. I want to see, some of these matchups that would actually be kind of fun.
But I think Alistair and AJ would be interesting.
Yeah.
I think that and again, AJ doesn't have to win these feuds, right?
Yeah. But I mean, AJ could work with Cody or Punk, too, for a title feud. He can work for either one. I don't think he had one with Cody yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and then Punk and AJ, that's one of the matches I really want to see. So the options are there for both. But if it's really about moving the needle and getting viewers up, it's Rhea, it's Bianca coming back from injury because her presence has been missed big time.
Yeah,
and she needs to kind of reassert herself now too, especially in that division because they need it.
Yeah, and again, we purposely did this exercise without naming NXT stars because
They're not made
that's
yet.
honestly.
Well, they're not made yet. I mean, they can get to that point, but if we're talking about someone who, like you mentioned, they can show up today on SmackDown and they can pop them over $1 million. It's Rhea.
Yeah.
Like she could do that.
Yeah,
And
then,
then promote her so that way that people know to watch.
and then if Chris Jericho comes back, SmackDown's the show.
It'll pop for an episode or two. I think it's Raw. I don't think he's going to want to. That's just me, but
It depends. I mean, just think they haven't
keep
done.
him away from Cody Rhodes, please.
Oh shit!
I don't want to see him and Cody. I want to see Punk and Jericho before I want to see Punk and Cody again.
No, here's the other thing.
They got the WrestleMania history
What
too.
now with Cody? What now?
It's got to be Randy, or the other thing I've seen possibly is a triple threat. If Jacob Fatu's healthy, they could do Drew, Fatu, and Cody at Survivor Series. That's
well,
a
let's
nice
say
match.
both Randy and Jacob are not available.
I think they're building Jacob more to have a feud with Randy because he's going to be obviously the one that's revealed to have attacked him. And maybe Randy's slow burn heel turn starts with a feud with Jacob first, then it shifts to Cody or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of a good thing, but also are we excited about it? It just feels like they've been waiting forever to pull the trigger on that. And it's like, man.
Well, because it's like I have to assume now Cody's not turning.
No, hell no. Why?
I have to assume
There's
that.
no reason.
He's just not going to. He's still merch, right?
Oh, he's still over.
Not, Cody's not in the Jey Uso situation.
And people are tired of him. No, people understand because Cody, though he looks like a villain, people genuinely believe he's a nice dude.
Yeah, if people want again, Cody Rhodes, just like CM Punk, by him being on the show, sells tickets.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, if you take out Randy Orton, who hasn't been on television, if you assume Jacob Fatu, if he actually had a dental operation and he can't work until the new year, you already moved Logan to Raw. I'm not saying Logan Paul would have been the answer,
Well, he floats
but you
you,
moved him to Raw. You moved LA Knight to Raw, so
Which was smart because he was in
Which
U.S.
is-
title turmoil.
yeah, which is smart. But you moved those guys over. I don't see any other names.
no. I mean, to be fair, too, now technically Raw is the longer show, so SmackDown's only 2 hours. Raw's like 2.5.
And
So
that's
I guess it
understandable.
makes sense to have another couple bodies over there just in case. But I mean, yeah, I imagine like the call ups and some of those guys will show up on SmackDown, a few, but Raw is still considered the main show. So I mean,
I'm looking at this.
You got to think too, Naomi.
Who would be Naomi? Naomi's
She's
a
a
big
name
one.
that isn't on there yet. I mean, like I said, Randy just isn't on TV right now.
Who actually is going to be? Man, I don't.
Well, again,
You again, War Games.
yeah.
If that War Games match with the Vision and the other, if that,
I imagine that's the way they're going to go.
if that kind of turns into like an all-star type of situation,
Well,
Cody and CM Punk on the same team.
no, it will be Team Punk versus Team Vision. I think that's what you're probably looking at.
Well, then what's Cody doing
Cody's going to have a match for a title, for his championship at Survivor Series.
against who?
Probably Drew and probably Jacob Fatu if he's back in time. That's what you're getting.
It's not. I hate to say this. It's not good. Like
The triple threat match would be good.
And the thing is, and I say this, SmackDown is actually a good show. Like it's not. And the other issue with SmackDown and why the numbers are also down. All right, we're doing football on Fridays, right? Cool, and that's something we do 13 weeks, right? I think next week's our last game. But the Friday thing is not the biggest deal, except when you have Saturday night's main event or when you have a PLE on a Saturday. If you are busy on a Saturday, you just won't get to SmackDown. Why watch SmackDown on a recording when Saturday's main event's going on?
Yeah.
You already...
Well, any show, they're all on Saturdays now.
Mhm.
So. I don't know. I mean,
you do have that. AJ Lee, if you want to pop but if
it's a number, it's not really consistent.
it's
thing, 'cause
not a
she's not going to
consistent
be
thing,
around.
it's a number that you would pop.
Which does actually bring me to my last thing. So I think the women's War Games match looks pretty set, so to speak. On the one side, you would have Rhea, she'd be in there. I think they had. I remember who else? I think Stephanie and Nikki were going to be in there.
Bailey and Lyra.
Bailey and Lyra, I think, was possibly the last two. I think. Maybe.
I think that gets you to 5.
I don't know if there was those two, but I know the other side was the Kabuki Warriors. No, it was Alexa and Charlotte.
Okay.
It wasn't Bailey and Lyra. It was Alexa and Charlotte.
Okay.
And then on the other side, it's the Kabuki Warriors, Judgment Day, and Becky Lynch. On the good side, Alexa, Charlotte, Stephanie, Rhea, and AJ Lee.
AJ Lee would be the 5th.
Yeah. I would actually be more interested in the women's War Game match than I would the men's, if that was how it shakes out.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be hella fucking star power for the women.
That'd be interesting.
It's probably the biggest match you can make with 10 spots to pull those names in there.
I would love to see Bailey and Lyra in that match, but that would be interesting. And then you always want...
If my choices are Bailey and Lyra or Alexa and Charlotte, I'll take Alexa and Charlotte.
I'm picking Bailey and Lyra.
Yeah.
But I'm picking Bailey and Lyra. But Bailey and Lyra, like, that also, they have their own story too, like what's going on.
If Stephanie and Rhea, or if Stephanie and Rhea or Stephanie and AJ Lee wouldn't be in that match, then you kind of have a choice.
But again, we're talking only 5 spots, 7 names, 7 quality names there. I know people on the internet are like, well, Nikki Bella doesn't need to be in it because she's older. Like, stop it. Name, value.
I think what may end up happening is you get Stephanie and Nikki in a world title match maybe instead.
That's the other thing. So if that happens, that's Bailey and Lyra's spot.
Yeah, that honestly, man, that should be on Saturday night's main event. Nikki fucked John for a while. She could be on the card, right? That's how that works.
What you're telling me is that she should be in this tournament.
She gets one more shot at John Cena. I don't know how John's wife's going to feel about
You know
that.
who also needs a shot? Go ahead and play the Chelsea thing one more time there,
Here
Pete.
for a long time. I'm here for a good time. You want to try?
That's Punk, and it's not even on the TV.
Hey, he's here for a good time.
Yeah, make it last.
Never been creamed on like this before. Wait.
Neither have I.
Neither have I. Yeah,
That's all we need to play.
Hopefully, you had a run in with Johnny Sins. Tell him about WWE.
Hey, you need that energy. You need that boost, including the Calio cream flavor. Get it right here. DUBBY Energy. W.GG, promo code SHWP10.
It's 10% off.
10% off.
Your whole order.
If you do consume, like, these fruits, I'm not going to go there. We're not going to go there. Blue Ras, Purple Grape, Blue Tropical Punch. A lot of great flavors. The other great thing about DUBBY Energy, some energy drinks will destroy your body. Artificial flavor, no artificial sugars. That's the big thing about DUBBY Energy, and the drinks are phenomenal. You mix them in. All you need, honestly, get a simple water bottle, get like 3/4 of the water bottle, with water, and then once you order these, put them in the bottle, you mix it, and you're set. You're set. You're ready to go. I know Kyle's at the gym 8 times a week, so like when you got that all set and ready to go, you'll be in good shape to hit
Not
your
enough
PR.
days in the week for me. I need more days.
Hey, Scott Steiner handles business 9 days out of English.
The 394.27. What?
I mean, I'm the big bad booty. I'm not even English. God. All right. Great show. I think one of Pete's favorites.
Yeah.
I think if Pete had a vote for the promo of the year, the honorable mention will be
Chelsea Green getting creamed on.
Never been creamed on like this before. Wait.
Neither have I.
He was ready that time.
That's it. Cut the tape. We're done.
Bye-bye, everybody.